Once upon a time, there was a nursing home. And it was all boring and dull like you would expect. But one day, a group of hip, slick, and cool old fellows were moved into the home by their families, who were too lazy to take care of them. This is the story of these geezers. Welcome back to Where Am I? Tales from a Local Nursing Home. It's time for a recap. Last episode, a bunch of old folks by the names of Gil, Adiip, George, Barney, Leonard, Gertrude, and Albert moved into a nursing home where they met the male nurse Aubrey. Their romances developed between Adiip and Gertrude, friendships bloomed between Gil and Barney, and even rivalries blossomed between Leonard and George. After these old fellows went to bed, they were awakened at 4 a.m. by Barney, who had discovered the nursing home's radio room, and later became the main news guy. After breakfast, many of the old people went swimming in the duck pond, and later, they lined up for showers. There, Gil took hours to get out of the shower, and Aubrey was forced to sponge bathe a crippled Albert. Finally, a mysterious and disturbing incident occurred at the bowling alley. In conclusion, it was an average day at the nursing home.
All right, fellas, it's supper time.
Oh boy, suppletons are my favorite.
I can't wait to get my mouth on some of that delicious casserole, among other things.
Just so you know, you guys are only allowed to have the greenish casserole. The shiny gold casserole's for a special guest who is coming to our nursing home.
A special guest? Who?
They specifically told me not to tell you guys, so I guess you'll just have to wonder about it.
Alright guys, old folks meeting. Huddle around.
Huddle? My osteoporosis doesn't allow me to huddle.
Just listen in.
All the old folks huddled in a circle, awaiting George's instructions.
Okay people, it seems that Antonio here is keeping secrets from us.
Secrets? I trusted him.
I know, that's outrageous.
I agree. There's obviously something sinister involving that casserole. I say we steal it all.
Yay, casserole for life. It's the only thing my brittle teeth allow me to eat.
Isn't that stealing?
It's not stealing if it's for a good cause.
How is it for a good cause?
Shut up, woman. Don't think too hard about this. At 10 p.m., we sneak behind the lunch lady and snatch the casserole. You all in?
I'm in.
I suppose I'm in. I'm inners.
Breaking news, I'm in.
I guess I'm in.
Nice. Now we just have to wait.
Meanwhile, Aubrey is speaking to an important-looking Asian man wearing an expensive suit.
So, Ambassador Weeby Sheena, you're saying that you want to buy the nursing home?
Yes, sir. I heard that you guys will be serving us gold-encrusted saffron casserole, worth a total of $4.8 million. I will look forward to it.
Yes, at your request, Weeby Sheena-san. We'll bill you tomorrow morning. We hope you'll go through with the purchase of our retirement home.
I hope so, too. I guess it just depends on the price and how good the casserole is.
Believe me, the casserole is top-notch. It's made using all the finest ingredients we have access to. Many are imported from the Amazon rainforest, others from the tops of the highest mountains, and some from the pyramids in Egypt.
I guess that explains the hefty price tag. Well, I guess I'll see you at dinner tonight.
We call it supper here, and we eat it at 4:23 and 46 seconds sharp. The old folks like it that way.
Sure. The old folks are planning the heist. Leonard is preparing a series of weapons to use during the robbery, and George is weighing all the options in the scheme.
Alright guys, you ready for the ultimate heist? That evil scheming Alfonso won't be able to keep his mysterious casserole from us. Yeah boy, we're gonna steal all of it.
What's with that maniacal laughter? It's like you're turning into a comic book villain or something.
Ignore that. The laughter was for dramatic effect. But everybody's a critic. Anyway, let's get back to this awesome schemer.
This seems pretty suspicious if you ask me. And back in Nam, I was known for detecting suspicion. I remember one day I suspected some Viet Cong.
Shut up! This isn't all suspicious. After all, you guys agreed to join in this mission. Don't cop out now.
I think George is right. After all, that casserole will really help me in my digestive issues and brittle teeth. And that looks like some delicious casserole. I can't imagine what's in it. It looks so rich and expensive. If it was really so important that we don't take the casserole, I think Eris would let us know who the guest was.
Yeah, just who is this guest anyways?
That's right, Adiip. Perhaps he's one of the mafia type who Orlo probably pals around with. Tough guys like him don't hang with just anyone.
Good thinking, Barney. I'm sure that's who it is. That's why it's so imperative that we stop this casserole from getting into the hands of this mafia guy. He's Italian. He'd probably rather be eating pizza anyway.
What if the guest is part of the Viet Cong?
Then it's even more important that we stop this casserole from being delivered to America.
Agreed. I'll get some more weapons.
No. People will start to get suspicious if we start carrying a ton of weapons. I mean, some weapons. Like maybe a few handguns and a revolver is no big deal. But if we're caught carrying loads of dynamite and who knows what else, Alfie will think there's something up. I say we stick to the weapons we currently have.
And what weapons do we have?
Well, Leonard brought genuine stale bread from Nam, along with several firearms, and Gil brought a ham sandwich. And the ham sandwich is 3 weeks old.
And it was delicious. Like yum yum yum. It tasted like luscious rice and chocolate chicken. Saucy as heck.
I stand corrected. The sandwich is gone now. Gosh, we should have used that. I also brought some safety pins from our adult diapers to pick locks, though we might need to save some for when we need our diapers.
I have my stunning good looks. Gertrude can attest. Am I right? Total fox.
Looks like Adiip brought nothing then.
Adiip, the only thing that's stunning is how little you work out.
Hey! I lift a bottle of tequila every morning at 6 a.m. and then I proceed to drink it. You know, it keeps me cool as a cucumber.
Breaking news. Adiip has a drinking problem.
That's old news, bozo. Anyway, let's get on with this heist. The first objective is to sneak into the cafeteria. I'll dress as lunch ladies. Then we will...
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Dressed as lunch ladies? I never agreed to this.
If you drop out now, I'll tell AJ you've been stealing Gil's casserole and giving it to Gertrude as a symbol of your love.
You wouldn't.
Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. If you don't want this rumor to be passed around, just stick with the plan.
Ooh, you fight dirty. I respect that. Continue with the plan.
Okay, good. Next we will climb onto the ceiling using some of Alistair's old toilet plungers. We'll then wait on the ceiling until the lunch ladies leave and...
Wait a second. Since my collarbone was removed, I don't have the upper body strength to grip the ceiling for long periods of time. Trust me, I've tried.
We'll just duct tape you to the ceiling until we're ready to finally take that casserole. Now, stop interrupting me, you numbskulls. Let me finish telling you the plan. So, once all the lunch ladies have left, we'll wait for the janitor to come in. Leonard will knock out the janitor using his piece of genuine stale bread. Trust me, that bread is solid as a rock. Don't ask me how Leonard eats it every day with his lunch. And we'll stuff the casserole in the janitor's cleaning cart. With the casserole tucked safely away in the cleaning cart, we'll make our getaway. And probably throw the janitor in the dumpster or something. We'll come up with that as we go. The janitor's safety is not really much of a priority compared to us getting that casserole.
Yeah, boy! This'll be fun. I can't wait to report on this tomorrow's news.
Heck no! We need to stay absolutely silent about this. Don't tell a soul. It's likely that the police will get involved, so we need to be prepared to withstand some questioning. I won't be surprised if the Marines are sent in as well. Stuff like this is top priority. The police force take casserole threats very seriously. Trust me, I know. Your guys' alibi will be that you were asleep in your rooms.
What about the security cameras?
Oh, I'll take care of that.
George takes out a remote control and pushes a button on it, causing all the cameras in the nursing home to shut off. The rest of the old folks look around in wonder.
Reminds me when we hacked those commies during the Cold War. French never saw that one coming.
Wait, where'd you get that remote in the first place?
I snatched it from Adam's back pocket. I think he thought I was reaching for his rear end or something, but I don't think he's too suspicious. I think he smiled, but you could never be too sure with Austin.
Are there any more preparations to be made before the heist?
We need to get some lunch lady outfits. By the way, we need somebody on lookout. Who volunteers?
Oh, I want to be lookout. People have always said I'm good looking. I was voted second most good looking in daycare. Stupid Phil and his crystal blue eyes and hands like luscious rice and chocolate chicken stealing the title from me. Good times anyway, though.
Okie dokie. Gil, you get the job. Just make sure you keep your eyes peeled for Antonio. He's a sly one, so you need to be careful.
Okay, this seems like fun.
Gil proceeds to actually peel the lids off his eyes when the others shout and stop him.
You told me to keep your eyes peeled.
Not what I meant. Anyway, I guess Barney and I will go buy some lunch lady costumes from that costume store down the street. At 10 o'clock tonight, the mission will begin.
Roger that.
Who's Roger? You know, I had a pet chicken named Roger. We ate him after he was chocolate and served him with luscious rice.
Can we do 10:06? I like that time better.
Fine. 10:06 it is. Come on, Barney. Let's go to that costume store.
Will the old people's scheme work out? How will Aubrey's important meeting go? Find out when Where Am I returns.
You're watching WCHS Channel 63 Wall Township.
Welcome back to Where Am I? Currently, Barney and George are returning from the costume store. But rather than holding lunch lady costumes, they are holding very tight and revealing female nurse costumes.
What is the meaning of this? You were supposed to buy lunch lady outfits?
Sorry, they were all out. Can you imagine? They sold the last one an hour before we got there. It was either this, or we all dress up as vampires to steal the casserole. And though the vampire thing would admittedly be pretty cool, we decided to go with the nurse costumes because they come with a little toy stethoscopes. That's gosh gee cool, am I right?
Still, this is outrageous! How are we going to look inconspicuous if we're all dressed up in a tiny white skirt? Everyone's gonna want to get a peek at my amazing legs. Talk about a distraction.
Shut up. It's the best thing they had available. Besides, these costumes are actually very slippery.
No, I refuse. This is simply...
In the middle of his sentence, Adiip realizes that Gertrude will also be wearing one of the costumes, immediately lightening his mood.
Never mind. I'm cool with this now. Let's do this.
Okay. On with the mission, everyone.
3 hours pass, and it is now 10:06 at night. The old people emerge, each wearing a skimpy nurse costume. Adiip realizes that George was right. These nurse outfits are indeed quite slimming.
Are you sure we should be wearing these costumes? They aren't exactly helping us blend in with the crowd.
Don't worry, Gertrude. You look great. I also look pretty great. I feel very in touch with my feminine side.
Pipe down, everyone. Let's get to the mission.
The old folks walk into the cafeteria, somehow going unnoticed by the lunch ladies, which is weird considering that they're wearing tight nurse outfits meant for people much younger than them, and because Adiip's legs are so stunning.
All right, we're in. Everybody get your plungers and climb to the ceiling. I'll work on taping Albert up there.
Okay, Leonard. Make sure you use plenty of duct tape, though. Albert's gonna need it.
Are you sure this is safe? What if I fall?
Oh, hush. You'll be fine. Just shut your mouth and let Leonard tape you to the ceiling.
Fine, but if I get hurt in this whole mess, there's a lawsuit coming your way.
Yeah, whatever. While you're at it, Leonard, tape this nitwit's mouth shut.
Okay, George. By the way, Albert, you won't fall. That's as long as I can use my Hello Kitty duct tape. I, got it for a cousin, but it is surprisingly sturdy.
Guys, Alice is coming.
Hurry up and finish duct taping Albert.
I'm hurrying.
Shh. Here he comes.
Just after Leonard finishes taping Albert's mouth shut, Aubrey walks into the cafeteria and waves to the lunch ladies.
Hey gals, what's shaking? Bacon, I assume, since you're most likely cooking them today. Probably. Sorry for the bad pun. No regrets. Well, maybe some. Just a little.
Aubrey now looks slightly shaken, as if he remembered some scarring memory from his childhood. He quickly gets over it, though, and continues blabbing to the lunch ladies. Meanwhile, the old people are gripping the ceiling with the toilet plungers. Albert is attached to the ceiling very tightly thanks to Leonard's supreme duct tape skills.
So anyway, ladies, what's the latest gossip around the nursing home? I'm sure you guys know plenty of the latest drama, and I want in. Only because I went to tell my friends outside the nursing home about it, because I do have other friends. You guys just can't meet them, talk to them, or see them because they're really awkward.
Man, this guy is pathetic.
What do you mean? You don't know any drama. Any self-respecting lunch lady should know all of the latest gossip from around this place.
How much longer do we need to hang on to these plungers? My arms are getting tired.
Just until the lunch ladies start to leave and the janitor arrives. Hang in there.
So anyways, girls, I've always admired your very distinct fashion sense. It really brings out the monster inside you. Rawr, am I right? You pull off the whole lunch lady look very well. I actually wanted to try it out, so I bought the last few costumes from the costume store. They're on sale too.
How did I not see that one coming?
Gee.
So what you're saying is that you don't care much about the lunch lady fashion thing? Honestly, you lassies are disappointing me. You know nothing about gossip and nothing about fashion. Like, gee whiz, is it that hard to watch a fashion show here and there? I can recommend more than a few to you. I may not have been in some of them.
This is getting more sad and sad as the conversation goes on.
Anyway, bye Tootsies. I'll spell your flip side. Spell you later. Or feel you on the flip side. Something like that. But seriously, start listening to some more of that drama. I'd love to find out about some secret nursing home romances.
Like Gertrude and me?
Shut up!
So I bid you adieu. By the way, keep an eye on the golden casserole over there. It's for a special guest, so make sure it stays fresh. You can go home after you're done putting that casserole somewhere safe.
Aubrey leaves the cafeteria, and the lunch ladies put the casserole into a giant safe, shutting it tight before leaving.
Oh no, this ruins everything.
How can we possibly get through that safe?
Don't worry, I came prepared.
Leonard takes out a grenade from his pocket and prepares to throw it at the safe.
Wait, you'll just alert everybody and probably kill us. We need a safer way to break into that safe.
George remembers that he brought his safety pin from his diaper.
Yes, the perfect thing to open the safe.
George jumps from the ceiling to the ground and proceeds to fumble around with the pin in the lock.
Come on, this dang thing ain't working. Looks like we're out of luck.
Wait, what's that label on the side of the box?
You're right. 13, 34, 20. Say, that's a combination.
Only Angel would be dumb enough to leave the combo on the side of the safe.
What luck? I'll start entering the combination.
George finishes entering the combo and pulls the door open. Inside, shining bright and appearing almost holy, as in made in the image of Jesus, Allah, Buddha, and someone's grandmother all put together, is the casserole. While it is completely dark surrounding the casserole, it still looks as shiny as ever, with gold bars sticking out of it and saffron sprinkled on top.
Alright, I'll grab the casserole and we'll wait for the janitor to get here.
10 minutes later, the janitor, Rocky, walks into the room. He is rolling a cart and looks tired from cleaning up the old folks' messes.
There he is.
Don't hit him yet. We need to wait for the precise time.
Leonard chucks his piece of stale bread at Rocky's head violently, causing him to fall to the ground dead.
Or he could just throw it at his head. That works too. Throw him in that dumpster. Barney, wait a second. Is he dead?
Hey, Jeebies, he is.
Sorry, guys. I only meant to knock him out.
Whatever. Just go through the plan and throw him in the dumpster or something. I'll put the casserole in the cart and we'll make our getaway.
Leonard pushes the dead janitor out the window and into the dumpster, where he lands between a pile of Adiip's dirty underwear and the trash from yesterday's lunch. George puts the casserole into the janitor's cart, completing the heist. As the old folks leave, their mission appears to be a massive success. They got the casserole, and everything went according to plan. But suddenly, as they are leaving, an alarm goes off.
Ah! What's that sound?
Run for your life!
It's the Viet Cong.
The old people barely escape. They all run into George's room to discuss the mission.
That was close.
You can say that again. I thought we'd get caught.
Woo! This gets my heart racing. I feel young again.
Well, look it.
Well, at least we got this delicious casserole. We should share some with that guy who can't walk. What's his name anyway?
Albert, say, where is he?
Oh no. We left him taped to the ceiling.
No worries. We could just get him in the morning. My extra strong duct tape should keep him up there all nice and communism-free. It's a good thing that we taped his mouth shut, too, because he won't be able to make any noise.
I hope so, because if he fails, our mission is a failure.
Meanwhile, Aubrey goes into the cafeteria to investigate the alarm. It's clear that he just got out of the bath because he is wearing his prized hot pink bathrobe and has a towel wrapped around his hair.
Hello? Who's there? I heard the alarm go off, and I swear, if I find whoever made me get out of the bath, I'll give him a firm talking to.
The duct tape attaching Albert to the ceiling begins to weaken and tear, making a loud ripping noise. Perhaps Leonard's Hello Kitty duct tape isn't as strong as he claimed it was.
Hey, what's that sound? Sounds like duct tape ripping. I know that sound very well.
The duct tape finally snaps, causing Albert to topple from the ceiling and onto Aubrey's head. The duct tape on Albert's mouth has also fallen off. Aubrey and Albert fall unconscious. They wake up the next morning, looking at each other.
Mommy? What? What am I doing in the cafeteria? And what? And in my prized hot pink bathrobe?
Aubrey looks up and sees the safe door wide open, with the casserole missing.
Eek! The castle's gone. Albert, are you behind this? I'm going to call the police. Hey, Albert, what's the number for the police again?
911.
Thanks, Albert.
Aubrey grabs his phone and dials 911.
Officer, my castle's been stolen.
What? You understand that 911 is for real emergencies only.
It's a $4.8 million castle. It's meant for the Japanese ambassador.
Good heavens, I'll send the SWAT team. I'll call the Marines. Everyone, we have a code red. The national treasure was stolen.
Within 2.847 seconds, the entire SWAT team arrives and handcuffs Albert, whose wrists break as soon as they're strapped on.
Be gentle, officers. The bones in my hands are made of styrofoam.
Shut up, you sick casserole-stealing menace. I'm mad. I'm furious. I don't like your mom. Your dad is a jerk face, and your kids are all monkey butts.
The policeman slaps Albert across the face. Albert looks unfazed, though every bone in his face, which are made of potato chips, is most likely broken.
You realize that if you are guilty, you're getting the death penalty. Give the names of your accomplices now.
I don't think he can tell you anything, officer. He has very fragile but nice cheekbones, and I think you just smashed his face. We're going to have to bring him to the hospital.
Did I ask for your opinion, sissy pants? Will you talk or not, Albert R. Glass?
Never.
Did you just say never? You could have started a war with the Japanese. Men, take this fiend away immediately.
Give me liberty or give me death. No taxation without representation. The customer is always right. The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. A bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. The apple of the day makes me choke, so I go to the doctors.
What a sicko. For the rest of the day, we'll be questioning the other people of this nursing home to find out what they know. We will leave no stone unturned and no rock unflipped. Did you hear me? We do not take casserole threats lightly.
From behind the door, George is staring at the scene taking place. He is terrified that one of the old people will give in to pressure and confess to the robbery. He runs up to the rest of the old folks to warn them about the SWAT team's arrival.
So what's happening down there?
It appears the SWAT team is arresting Albert, and he could possibly receive the death penalty, but it does seem like he's not going to confess.
That's good. Let's hope the rest of us stay strong.
A voice comes through the intercom.
Barney, Sasso, please report to the cafeteria for questioning. Thank you.
I'm too handsome to die.
Whatever you do, Barney, don't give in. Don't confess to the man.
Don't worry, I won't.
Stay strong, Barney.
Barney walks downstairs, a somber look on his face. For his friends, he knows he cannot crack. When he arrives in the room, the officer is picking his nose and flicks the booger intimidatingly onto Aubrey's forehead. Aubrey wipes the booger off using a baby wipey, then wipes the officer's nose with it.
Thank you. It means a lot, nurse. Anyway, Barney, listen up, you numbskull. You may be part of one of the most evil, despicable, deplorable, and slightly cool crimes in the history of these here uses of this egg.
I am aware, sir, and I am not in any way involved. You see, I don't like casserole at all.
Don't like casserole, eh? How? What kind of elder are you? I'm only 59 and I love me some casserole.
Maybe you did it then.
No, I'm interrogating you, mister.
In a cosmic sense, we're all sort of interrogating each other.
Get out! Stop confusing me! I'm done with you.
Barney returns upstairs to George's room and reports on the questioning.
Breaking news! I just got interrogated by the police guy. They didn't reveal anything, but I think he might be a suspect now.
Ooh, thanks, man. It's like...
Aubrey yells through the loudspeaker again.
Adiip, please report to the cafeteria. We have some mighty fine questions for you, and you might wanna...
Just get on with it.
Sorry, Adiip. Just come to the cafeteria.
Gee whiz, I'm spooked solid. I hope my charm will help me through this time of great desperation.
Or dead.
Adiip walks downstairs, drinking the last of an old bottle of tequila in order to stay fresh. He is twiddling his thumbs nervously and humming some weird Indian song.
Aloha, officer.
You're not Hawaiian. This is mighty suspicious.
Sorry, I forgot. In my old age, I sometimes get confused.
So, as you probably know, a pretty nice casserole was taken from a locked safe sometime last night.
10:06.
Adiip throws his hand in front of his mouth before he reveals any more incriminating information.
What about 10:06?
10:06. Casserole. Janitor.
Adiip tells everything, but no one understands him because he has his hands in front of his mouth and is somehow speaking Hawaiian perfectly.
You make a compelling case, Mr. Adiip. I applaud you for that. Really one of the best arguments I've ever heard for why scrambled eggs are better fried than scrambled. And trust me, I've heard a lot. What exactly did you mean by 10:06?
Adiip starts to sober up and realizes that maybe he shouldn't reveal information that could get him killed.
Did I say 10:06? I meant my man diaper is full. Forgive me for saying the wrong thing.
Want me to change you?
Sorry, Axel, but no one will ever change me. My mommy taught me to be myself.
The name's Aubrey, but you're right. I should have never tried to change you. You're one of a kind, and everyone should respect that and appreciate you for who you are.
Enough with this. It's getting weird. You can go now and be unique somewhere else.
Aubrey takes Adiip's hand.
Go, my special snowflake. Go onto an internet forum and complain about how today's politics trigger you, and how everyone should just be nicer to each other and appreciate art and culture as much as you.
Aubrey starts crying and runs into the women's room just to get over this emotional experience.
Okay, I didn't expect that.
Neither did I. What kind of nursing home is this?
Adiip walks back up to George's room, confused and stunned by Aubrey's odd behavior.
What happened?
I don't even know.
Since no one beside Albert has been arrested yet, I'm going to assume we're fine for now.
Aubrey yells through the loudspeaker.
Gilly somethinger, Uther, please come downstairs to the cafeteria.
Okie dokie. Why do I have to come downstairs?
We're gonna question you about that thing last night.
What thing last night? What? I was asleep last night. Also, questioning? Are they gonna ask me about my favorite color or something?
So I guess we're safe.
Gil skips downstairs merrily.
So, Mr. McPolicey Officer Man McArresting old folks for stealing casserole? What's going on?
That's Officer McPolicey Officer Man McArresting old folks for stealing casserole to you. But anyways, where were you last night?
I was at a sauna last night when a pink elephant came out from the ceiling and told me, Gilly, I love you. I denied its request for it, but it got angry and stuff, so I attacked the elephant. It got mad, and suddenly I was in the middle of the Amazon rainforest. These sloth-like creatures were walking around everywhere, along with these stupid disappearing people. There was also this young kid holding a flute and staring at his grandma weirdly. Not sure what's going on there.
That'll be enough. Just leave. What a senile old fart.
Gil runs upstairs while whistling Kokomo by the Beach Boys. Don't ask me why.
I'm back. What's going on?
You tell me, how was the questioning?
It was pretty cool. I told them about the sun and the elephant and stuff.
Aubrey yells through the loudspeaker again.
Since, so far, we haven't made any progress, the police sergeant's gonna send in the military to search your rooms.
Ah, jeez.
The casserole's still in here. Initiate DEFCON 4.
Eat it all!
The old folks eat every last bit of the gold-encrusted saffron casserole, even the solid gold bricks inside it. They are completely stuffed by the end of the meal.
Burp. What a delicious casserole. I don't think I've ever had a better one in my life.
Yeah, boy, that was a yummy casserole.
Almost as good as luscious rice and chocolate chicken.
The police should be here any minute now. Just throw the pot out the window.
Gil tosses the now empty casserole pot out the window, landing in the dumpster on top of the dead janitor Rocky's head. Within 2.847 seconds, the policeman and the entire military burst through the door.
Everybody, put your hands where I can see them.
Oh no, be gentle, soldiers. My legs are very sensitive.
The soldiers pat down each of the old people and then search their rooms. They find nothing of suspicion.
Dang, we wasted all that taxpayer money. I guess you military folks can go home. Say, what's that sound?
It's a Viet Cong. Wait, no, even worse, it's a Japanese. Everybody, get to the bomb shelter.
I came up here and the second I heard you yelling, Leonard. What's going on?
It appears that Japan has declared war on us for letting the casserole that they have wanted so much be stolen.
Oh no!
I guess it's convenient that the military is here. All right, man, go and destroy those crazy Japanese people.
2.847 seconds later, it's a complete war zone outside. The Japanese are sending kamikazes towards the nursing home, and Leonard's war flashbacks have been completely triggered.
The Viet Cong! Kill them all!
Leonard proceeded to shoot down various Japanese aircrafts using rocket launchers he keeps hidden in the nursing home. Aubrey runs to the dumpster to find shelter.
Nice and safe here in the dumpster. I can't imagine how filthy it is in the nursing home. If only the janitor Rocky didn't sock off so much. Wait, Rocky is here! Sup, Rocky? What are you doing socking off for the dumpster? Rocky? He's dead! And there's a casserole pot on top of him!
Aubrey thinks he realizes the real culprit of this heinous crime. It's Rocky, a poor, naive janitor. And he's somehow dead. Maybe he choked on the casserole or something. He doesn't really care right now.
Americans! Japanese Aryans! Stop fighting!
Oh geez, not another one of these hippies.
No one in this innocent old folks' home is responsible for the casserole being stolen. It was the evil janitor, Rocky!
Everyone stops fighting within 2.847 seconds. The Japanese later apologize for attacking the nursing home. Weebishina apologizes as well, but still refuses to buy the old folks' home on account of it being too darn weird. Rocky the janitor's body was later thrown into the woods somewhere, never to be seen again. No one ever found out how he died, but due to his heinous crime, no one really bothered to try and find out. Rocky's family has since started a Kickstarter to discover the true perpetrator of the casserole heist and to give Rocky a proper funeral. It has raised a total of $0 since everyone across the world is fully convinced that Rocky was a sick casserole-stealing fiend. Albert later returned to the nursing home, feeling glad that he was proclaimed innocent, but still guilty about Rocky's odd death, but more importantly, sad because he never got to eat any of the casserole.
Well, that was a weird episode. What's next for us?
I guess Christmas is coming up.
Will the nursing home ever make up for Rocky the janitor's unjust death? Will anyone be held accountable for their crimes? And most importantly, how will these old folks celebrate Christmas? Find out in the next Where Am I episode, The Santa Witch Trials.
That's all, folks. Follow Where Am I in all your social networks. Follow us on the Twitters at WAI_CHS. Add us on Snapchat at whereami.chs. And check out our Instagram at whereamiofficial. See you later, folks.